Hi, everyone. Uh, I was just looking over. I heard a noise. Something must be banging outside. I thought somebody was knocking at the door. As you can see, I've changed venues a little bit. I've kind of cleaned up my felting room just a little bit. Seems like all I've been doing the last couple weeks are felting. I have quite a few, as I've told you before. I have quite a few projects for different farms, and Mary Jean gets me into projects also. Um, that said, I'm waiting for another shipment that I know was is coming to me with some regional yarn, but it hasn't arrived yet, so we'll see. And if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at the chat and I'm saying, "Hey, Becky, I think we almost hit California heat today. How are you? Say hi to the girls for me." And and to your husband. Hi, Lisa. So I did get a new shipment of crazy yarn from Stonehenge, and the colors are bright. Um, so I haven't really looked at them. I looked at the top. So it's here, and we'll just take a look at some of these colors that are here. Um, Crazy is so much fun. It's a sport weight, and it's made from the mill ends of, at least it's my understanding, the mill ends of of the shepherd's wool. And Jody keeps promising me that she and her mom will give us a little show of how they make it. So I'm hoping that will happen. But the colors are absolutely beautiful. And if you haven't used Crazy before, like I say, it's a sport weight. They're one of a kinds. Hi, Colleen. They're one of a kinds. And they go great with, I mean, you can use anything. I'm just putting these down because we're going to look at all these colors, at least a lot of them anyway. Stonehenge started making a sport weight solid colors too. So it goes great with any kind of color work. And I'll show you a couple of patterns that everybody has, seems like a lot of people have made. This one would be just so gorgeous mixed with some other ones. That red is just so pretty. So there's a lot of reds and blues here. It's alive. Most everything's bright. They're all pretty. How can I say, oh, this one's pretty too, and this one's pretty too. Hey, Colleen. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, I know Lisa has knit with Crazy and shepherd's wool. It is. It's one of my favorites, and it's a U.S. yarn. And Jody and her mom, Deb, run the mill now. They've been doing it themselves for years, and it's U.S. yarn, U.S. made in Michigan. So it's really nice to support a family and keep our mills running. They really are just beautiful. Here's one that's very different. So it would be great in the shift. Andrea Mowry has quite a few patterns, like off the top of my head, that I know would work well with this. And this is one of Andrea Mowry's patterns that if you've been in the shop, you know this pattern well. This is the shift. And of course, Becky, you like that blue-green. I'm surprised you didn't say you love the purple blue-green. This is Sasha made this, and it takes three very contrasting colors of Crazy. And Sasha did it on a little bigger needle than what it calls for, which I would highly recommend to give it a nice loose feel. And it's just beautiful. I know Sasha made quite a few of these, but it's really funny. I have to move the opposite, so don't pay any attention to how this looks on me because I'm doing this kind of backwards here. But I just love this. And I don't even know where the one I made is because I did not use yarns with enough contrast. And I was right on gauge and it's too small. So I really don't like mine, but I love Sasha's. It's just beautiful. So let's see what else is in this box. Let's see. Ooh, here come the purples. It's pretty. I keep saying pretty, but I can't help it. And let me see if there's anything else. There's still more in the bottom of this box. Ooh, look at those colors. They're all just a little bit different. And I am really curious to see exactly how they spin it. I mean, I could look at these all night. Ooh, look at this one. So like I say, they're one of a kind. If you wanted to make a sweater or something larger, you'd want to use a solid color and maybe a stripe or maybe a slip stitch, something like that. Like this is a slip stitch. But if you did it with a solid color in between, there's a shawl pattern called Frieze, Frieze, that it works well with. Yes, take a look at, as long as you have one solid color working with it, you could make, any pattern. Hey, Laura. This is another pattern that we did, end of summer hat. And this was one skein of Crazy and then one of a solid sport weight. And of course, Renata, who's not here, we can talk about her, made a couple of them. And again, this is kind of muted colors. I know she used black and some really bright colors. They were really gorgeous. And this is a great, if you haven't done Fair Isle or two-stranded knitting, this is a great hat for that because it's a very regular pattern and you don't have really long floats in the back. So you don't have to do anything fancy with the knitting. That is about all I have to say tonight. Like I said, I was hoping for some regional yarn coming in, but I've had a little bit of trouble with UPS these days. So hopefully it'll be here tomorrow and I'll have some fun things to show you. It's going to be the swatches that I showed you before. I'm getting some of that yarn in. Plus, she said she's going to send me some other samples of some other yarn that she sources regionally, mostly. And I say regionally because it's not New York or Hudson Valley. It's Vermont, but it gets processed. Mary Jean processes the yarn, and that's why. That's how I know these people. Mary Jean gets me into a lot of trouble. Hi, Susan. I know. I can't wait to be open again, too. But I do have the Easy Up one up today. So I drag yarn out every day. And I'm planning to carry more local and regionally sourced yarn in the shop. I'm not getting rid of all my commercial yarns, but I want to switch my emphasis just a little bit and to be a little bit different from other shops around. I mean, there was a time when I was the only shop in Orange County and the only shop for many miles, but there are other shops now. So we don't all want to look alike either. And I am so supportive of the farms and our local economy and our local textile supply chain. As a matter of fact, I interviewed today for the Hudson Valley Textile Project podcast Carol Foster from Foster Sheep Farm up in Schuylerville. And I am really taken with her botanical colored yarn, dyed yarns that she and her sister-in-law do. It's a podcast, so it's not it's audio, but she did promise to send some pictures for me. But anyway, the Easy Up is out. There's a lot of yarn there's what I think is a lot of yarn on sale, and there's going to be more yarn on sale. And if you want me to drag out the crazy yarn, I'll drag that out and put it on a table, and you can look through it. I'll drag out anything that you want to see within reason, but I am more than happy to do that. Anyway, if anyone has any questions or comments and I don't answer you here tonight, please drop me an email or give me a call, leave me a message, and I'll get back to you. If for some reason I miss an email, sometimes I have about 3 email accounts that come from different feeds. So once in a while I forget to check one of them. So give me a shout on the telephone. Say, hey, how come you're not answering your emails? Anyway, it's good to at least chat with some of you, and I shall talk to you, I hope, next week. Everybody have a good evening. Thank you. Now, all I have to do is find where I turn this sucker off. There we go. It's only a big red button. Have a good night, everyone.